Ho, 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 ho. Here we go, folks. Here we go. Welcome to all you folks out there. I appreciate each and every one of you that take your time out to watch my videos when you can. It is much appreciated. Thank you to all my Facebook people and my YouTube people and my business page people when I ever get caught up. These videos will be on all of those. Maybe my customer will be able to join us in this live session here in a few minutes. I don't know. I think he's working, but maybe he can. I don't know. Hopefully, but he'll catch it later, I'm sure. I just wanted to update everybody very quickly before I move on. Somebody's there. Somebody's watching. Alrighty then. But, some of you probably recall from the earlier videos, we've been working on this 96 Nissan 240 SX. And this morning, I finally finished everything to do with the paint except for putting the ceramic coating on and the topper coat for that, which I save that till last because I don't want to apply the ceramic coating and then be working on other stuff and get dirt, dust in that ceramic coating because it goes on kind of thick, almost like a light syrup. But I did air compressor, holy cow. Always forget that. Let me cut that thing off. Oh boy, and a not so sunny day in Sharpsburg, Georgia, here at Mike's Magic Auto Detailing and Paint Enhancement. But did the front end. Comey, if you're out there watching, it's the same drill as in some of the other videos. Wet sanding, compounding, polishing, all that stuff. Had to get out my little nano polisher to get up in all those little places like that. Where it goes up in here. Yep, those were all done as well. We're in the recesses where those marker lights are of turn signals, and those little spaces there, across there, all that little stuff. Call me if you're out there, buddy. I even polished this front license plate for you. You'll have to explain to me what that means when I see you next time. Oh boy, kind of a pain. Reminding you guys, this car has glass headlights. How about that, huh? Got the hood propped open because, as y'all recall, I had finished the hood, and today I was doing that horizontal surface. Hey, Miss Veronica, how you doing? Huh? And I didn't want to go over onto the hood, which I had already completely finished while working on this horizontal surface here, which took some doing because there was some orange peel and other imperfections in there that I wanted to remove as much as possible. Probably got about 95% of those and more. Buffed down the whole side, the rear view mirrors, these little pieces right here, which are plastic, soft, cheap plastic. Even went back and buffed these little pillar posts here. Had my little bitty buffer out for that. 2 or 3 different steps. Oh boy. Yep. Got up in under the door handles with that little nano polisher, which you guys have seen in my previous videos. And I went back and did another polish on the trunk deck. I wasn't quite happy with that. As I told you guys yesterday, all this has been done. I still have to try to polish up those exhaust tips a little bit. As you can see, your spoiler has been removed, as we talked about. Polished all the way down this side, passenger side, the same drill. And what I'm about to start on now is the exterior glass. It's still kind of dirty, but it's where I've been splattering polish and stuff all over. I just gave it a quick wipe down. This stuff here don't matter. because I'm fixing to deep clean this glass anyway. I'm going to start with the sunroof, which you have to be very careful with sunroofs. They can be fragile. You have to be very careful with those. And most of the time, I won't even put a buffer on these. Sometimes they'll just break just because, hell, today's Monday. It'll say, hey, today's Monday, I think I'm gonna break. You never know. So they can be dust. And there's some dusting everywhere from, you know, my compounding, polishing, and all that stuff today. Not a big deal because I got to paint prep the entire vehicle again before I apply the ceramic coating. But what I'm going to do is do the glass, which will be a multi-step process. And today, I think what I'm going to do is start with Jason from Texas. If you're out there, buddy, I know you just ordered a gallon of that. I'm going to start with the Schaefer's Citral, spray this down, let it dwell for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to take my razor blade scraper at a 45-degree angle and actually scrape this tempered glass. I don't know if that's tempered or not. I'll have to look at it again. If it's not tempered, I will not use aggressive methods on it because it will scratch. This, it'll scratch if you dig into it and, you know, don't keep a good angle, 45-degree angle or a little bit less. You can scrape most of the junk right off of there. And then go back with your favorite glass cleaner, whatever it might be, and clean it up. And I'll probably, in this instance, since this is such an old vehicle and it does have some scratching once again from dirty wiper blades going back and forth across it. Some of those scratching is kind of deep, and I doubt, Comey, whether that is going to come out. May be able to reduce it to some degree, but it will be polished. All your exterior glass will be polished and then cleaned and then sealed. I'll put a special glass sealer on that. After I finish the glass, then I'm going to restore the vent cowl that we talked about with solution finish. And I didn't want to do that first because it takes that stuff a while to cure as well. And when I start polishing and all that on the glass, I don't want that stuff falling into the curing finish that I'm going to put on here. And when that dries, I'll put a sealer over the top of that as well, Veronica. It's probably all science fiction to you, isn't it, V? Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, there it is. There's my business card. See it, Veronica? Ha! Welcome to Mike's Magic and Paint Enhancement here in Sharpsburg, Georgia, Miss V. That's my car. That's Sally, 98 Mustang GT. She's mad at me right now, V. You know why? Because when I'm working on a customer's car, she has to sit outside, and it's been raining on her last night and some today. She's not happy about that. She grumbles at me. I don't know if you ever seen my car before, B. It's all completely reconditioned, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But I just wanted to catch everybody up, particularly my customer, Comey. He's got a good bit of money invested in this car, I think. That's where something hit the bumper or something, Veronica. I'm not sure. Impact of some sort. Of course, there's nothing I can do about that. I don't paint. And I noticed, Comey, too, if you're watching or if you come back later and watch this, you've got a few dimples in this hood. And, you know, a good paintless dent repair guy would make that look like it never happened. I think those guys are pretty reasonable. I could see it with the bright lights on. I can see some right over there. I don't know if y'all can see them or not, but see those little dimples there where rocks or something has hit it. But there's a few in this hood and around the rest of the vehicle as well. There's a few imperfections. And you can get a paintless dent repair guy. Most of those guys are mobile. They will come to you. And You can just Google paintless dent repair mobile close to you, and they'll come out. And let me tell you, that is a art and a science. I've watched those guys work. And no, one of those little kits you buy at O'Reilly's or somewhere like that, not gonna work, or at least not very well. Those guys bring hundreds of tools with them, hundreds. And most of it, when they start working, it seems counterintuitive almost with the stuff they're doing. But anyway, I'm going to get back to work. Yeah, maybe I'll text Angela first, Veronica. Who knows? Who knows? Oh boy, you see, I've got the wheels and tires covered because earlier when I was compounding and all that, because they're absolutely clean. They've been stripped. They're ready for protected, and maybe I'll polish the wheels a little bit more. But I didn't want to sling stuff when I was buffing onto my clean tires and wheels and have to do them again. That's pretty commonplace in this business, and it's a commonsensical thing if you think about it. If you've already done these and you're going to be doing crap that falls down, slings all over the place, you don't want to have to do them again. And they make special wheel covers you can buy to put over them. But you know what? These old towels to me work perfectly fine. Yeah, okay, whatever. All right, guys, I do appreciate you watching. And if you're out there on YouTube or Facebook, or my business page for that matter, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. Make a comment, wave at me. Ask a question if you feel like you want more information, or if you need some help with something with similar problems to what this car had. If you go back and look at the first video, you'll see this thing was trashed. It was nasty because it had been sitting out in a driveway unattended for over a year while the customer was out of the country. So it was bad, 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 bad. The paint was mostly oxidized, scratches from hell. This is a really bad, cheap aftermarket paint job. Tons of orange peel and imperfections. Oh man, it's been we're not quite at a week yet, but I think tomorrow or Wednesday will be a week solid that I've been working on this car V. And like I said, I still got the glass to do and some other stuff, and then I got to do the interior, which is not bad at all. But this level of detailing, this is not your typical wash and shine. You know what? People ask me, oh, how much you charge me to wash and wax my car? I don't even use wax anymore. Most high-level detailers are like me. They don't even have any. I don't even have any. It's useless to me. I use sealants, several different grades, ceramic coating, and on occasion a product called Optimum Clear Coat Restore, which is for really paint jobs you're trying to resurrect or save. We had considered it with this one, but we decided not to. And we can always go back later and do that if he so changes his mind. But I recommend it against it for a number of reasons on this car. A number of reasons. It's expensive to buy, it's expensive to use, and sometimes the ceramic coating actually does you better, because once you get the clear coat restore on there, most of the time you're going to want a ceramic coating on top of that. So the price goes way up. And I think he'll be perfectly happy with this. It's not a show car. It's not a brand new car. It's a car he enjoys cruising around on, and it's not his daily driver. So, I think that'll be just fine for him. And no need in spending all that much money on this type of driver. Not disparaging this car. This is a cool little car. And but if it's not showroom to begin with, and it's not a show car and all that kind of stuff, sometimes there's just no point in spending that much money having it done. And oftentimes I will recommend against that, because you could take this thing to Mako and get one of their El Cheapo paint jobs, which would look okay. That's what's on my Mustang V. And you know, for just a little bit more than what I will charge to make it look very good and save the paint job, unless it's an original paint job on something that you want to save and keep the original paint if you can. But this is an aftermarket paint job, so all that don't matter in this case. All right, I'm going to stop running my mouth, y'all. But any interaction I get, they tell me helps me with my logarithm, whatever that is. I appreciate every one of you watching. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I got to clean up this nasty, nasty glass. I need to go get a haircut one day pretty soon. What do you think, V? She's like, I can't see you. All right, bye-bye, folks.